Boom! Breaking news. Now, last night, our parliamentarians, they never slept. The whole parliament house was bubbling. So many discussion went on. Now, the epicenter, the pivotal conundrums, the psyche of the whole discussion was sentenced on increasement of energy sector levy. Increasement of energy sector levy. And people have already started catching feelings and throwing punches. Now, the minority leader, Afanyo Markins, says that this is the coming back of e-levy. And he explained the energy started with E. That is when you want to spend energy, it started with E. And the levy also started with L. So E and L is e-levy. That is his explanation. I believe that is a joke side of Afanyo Markin. But the real deal is this a form of e-levy? Is this levy a form of e-levy? That is the real. But the real deal is this another form of e-levy coming to us as Ghanaians? Because this government came in their manifesto, they made it clear that they are not going to introduce another levy or a new levy. You understand? They are not going to introduce a new levy. Then the big question we are all asking is, why this levy? Now, I'll come back to the punches, but let me take you through the details of the whole thing. Now, here is the details. It says that Ghana owns about $3.3 billion in our energy sector. That is why the light is not stable. So now, to keep the light on, to keep the light stable, we need to pay our debt. And to pay our debt, we need some money to pay that debt. Now, they are increasing this levy from 1 cedi, and from where it was to 1 cedi. And because of money we need to pay our debt, that's why this levy. Now, they have increased the levy from wherever it was to 1 cedi. So in the pump, every liter of petrol you buy, you have to pay 1 cedi to the sector, to the government, You understand? And per their calculation, they will get about 6.6 billion or so to clear some of the debt in order to get the light on. Yes, paying the debt is not a problem because you owe and you need your light, you need your energy. So you need to pay your debt to keep your light on or to keep your energy on. But the big issue here is you are coming in as a government, and in your manifesto, you made it clear that you are not going to introduce new levies. And here comes a new levy. So what do you think Ghanaians will say? We will definitely going to complain. You understand? We are going to complain. I think 2 days ago or so, petrol price was reduced. Now, if you reduce the price of a liter of a petrol, and you, the same person, you come back and says that, oh, petrol price has been reduced. But here come another levy, 1 cedi, that if you buy a liter of a petrol, I'm going to take 1 cedi from. It's like, in reality, it has not been reduced. The price has not been reduced. And again, there was no proper stakeholder consultation. You understand? No communication between us and the government. You understand? Why this? Because even the e-levy, which was criminal, before they want to pass the bill, they move from one region to another region just to consult the people, just have interaction with the people, even though we never liked it. But they moved to us, they come to us. You understand? They came to us for us to discuss our feelings with them. You understand? And take our views. But this one, we didn't have any share. That is a weak side of them. You understand? Now, we are talking not because we want to talk, but we just don't want what happened with the previous government to happen again. You understand? You understand? So you move to us for us to also share our view. Okay, the 1 cedi is too much. Okay, if it is too much, how much will we pay? Okay, we'll pay 10 pesos. Okay, 10 persuades is bad. Pay 30 persuades. Like communication. You understand? We just don't want what happened with the previous government to happen again. You understand? Don't come and play as that NPP, NDC kind of thing. You said no levy. Stick to your manifesto. No levy. Because we are tired of levies. You understand? So that is a weak side of NDC.